Now, Donald Trump's high-stakes China visit has come to an end. The American president has called it to be very successful, while the Chinese President Xi Jinping has branded Trump's visit to be historic. But beyond the warm words, there are fault lines that remain between the two superpowers. Now, leading up to Trump's China visit, everyone was, of course, looking forward to what would come out from the four fronts. That is trade, tech, Taiwan, and, crucially, Iran. Both Washington and Beijing have made progress, but they fell short of signing any major agreement. The trade truce between the US and China will expire this October, but both sides have not agreed to expand it further during Trump's China visit. The United States and China have also agreed to establish a board of trade to iron out the differences, but no major agreements have emerged on agriculture and the opening of the Chinese market for American goods. However, Chinese President Xi Jinping allegedly assured Trump that Beijing will open its door. And Donald Trump has announced that China will buy nearly 200 Boeing jets, but the number is far less than what was initially expected. And on to some tech front. The race for dominance in AI and interdependence is testing cooperation between the two nations. The US President's delegation to China included 17 chief executives of the American businesses, including Tesla CEO Elon Musk and the tech giant NVIDIA's Jensen Huang. Now, NVIDIA has reportedly got the green signal to sell its H200 chips to major Chinese companies. Following this news, the company's stock price surged by about 4.4%. However, geopolitical alignments continue to cast a large shadow on the US-China equation, and according to Beijing's readout, Xi Jinping has warned that Taiwan remains the most sensitive issue between the two nations. The Chinese president said that the Taiwan issue could potentially push the US and China into a conflict with each other. The Chinese readout also made it clear that Taiwan's reunification with the mainland and cross-strait peace are simply non-negotiable. Now, the American President Donald Trump further said that he does not want to see a fight for the Taiwanese independence, but he added that he will soon be making decisions on arms sales to Taiwan.
So what about the arms sales to Taiwan?
I'll make a determination over the next fairly short period.
You're not necessarily going to go ahead. It was your proposal.
I'm going to make a determination. I'm going to see. I have to speak to the person that right now is, you know who he is, that's running Taiwan.
Iran also remains a major sticking point between the United States and China. Donald Trump has said that Xi feels very strongly that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, and he wants Tehran to open up the Strait of Hormuz. However, what is interesting is that the Chinese readout does not mention any discussions on the Iran war and its details.
A lot of respect for him. On Iran, it's very interesting. He feels strongly they can't have a nuclear weapon. He said that very strongly. They cannot have a nuclear weapon, and he wants them to open up the strait.
The American president's China visit ended without any major breakthrough, but both sides say that progress has apparently been made. But the question, of course, is this: will this visit help in easing the friction between the two powers, or the lack of a major agreement a sign of the deepening disagreement between the two powers? For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.